Hey, what's up, guys? So, I wanted to talk today about basically what my prediction is for chapter 25. Okay. So, in chapter 24, we see that the lawless are overwhelmed by the parasite that took over the tyrant bear and also absorbed the titans and other people. So, this kind of answers the question that I personally had when the lawless are faced with a very powerful enemy or even godlike enemy. Can the lawless handle it? And this has shown very clearly, in my opinion, that the lawless cannot. We were almost fooled when they took out the tyrant bear with the cursed machinery. However, when it came to the parasite really starting to show what it's capable of, the lawless were vulnerable, right? So that answers that question. But now, from what it seems in chapter 25, as long as the author one doesn't, cut to a different scene, like with Hollow and Paka and such, then we're going to see the parasite versus the god. And potentially, we can even see Jachi come about as well. At this point, if there's any lawless left, like Gore, for example, they're probably just going to be spectators, okay? Like the other humans. So again, with the lawless, we kind of run back into the fact that, well, they're just humans, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I think that humans are definitely capable of adapting. So the lawless might spectate, and then they might say, okay, we need to adjust in this kind of way. So I'm not saying that the lawless are done. I'm just saying that right now, at this point in the story, they're equally as, I don't want to say weak, but unable to handle certain enemies like our hero humans, okay? So in regards to the parasite versus God, I'm hoping we see this. I'm hoping that we get some new, really cool images of God. So far, we only have like two, and they don't show us very much. So I'm really hoping we get some really cool images of God. I'm hoping that we also see abilities from God, which blow us away, right? But I mean, is God going to be able to handle this parasite? I mean, this parasite, it's not exactly godlike, but it does seem like it's very strong. It keeps absorbing things around it. So is God going to be able to handle this gigantic parasite? And then the other question is Jachi gonna come about during this fight? Or is Jachi going to arrive like at the end of this fight? There's a lot of questions there. And one of my biggest questions is, if Jachi does arrive, let's say during the arrival of this mad god, and Jachi gets to see what he's capable of, for one, is Jachi going to confront him? Because Jachi seems like he's about that. But who knows? He might see what this mad god is capable of and just be like, you know what? I'm not even going to attempt. That would be the first time we would see Jachi kind of like back down. I don't think that's going to happen, but who knows? But my other question is Jachi has went out and he started doing all this investigating. He came across Gimbok. Gimbok is definitely godlike. Gimbok was whooping his ass at first. Jachi didn't really get to like show what else he was capable of because it was interrupted by Naruto, but he came across Gimbok. If Jachi comes across this parasite, which is extremely powerful, and then he comes across this mad god, which I'm assuming is going to be extremely powerful, probably similar to Gimbok, then at what point is Jachi going to report to his superiors, probably being one of the higher ranked demon lords in front of him, or the great demon king himself? When is Jachi going to say, okay, this is beyond my ability to control, my ability to handle. I need to go and speak to the great demon king and inform him of what I'm seeing, and can he step out and handle this? So that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering when is the great demon king gonna call all the demon lords forth and be like, hey, what have you guys learned? Like, when is the great demon king gonna get involved? I really want to see him sometime soon, because the great demon king looks really, really cool from the silhouette that we saw. We get a lot of silhouettes. That's the one is really good at like keeping certain characters mysterious and not really giving away too much. and it leaves so much to the imagination, and you start to just think so. You put them on a pedestal, right? So I'm really excited to see the Great Demon King a little bit more up close. But yeah, man, so I definitely think that chapter 25 is probably going to be the Mad God, I'm assuming, killing the parasite, but who knows? And I feel like Jachi will probably show up either during or after. Now, whether Jachi is going to confront the Mad God or not, I don't know. I honestly can't say, man. I feel like he might be intimidated by it, or he might say, you know what, fuck it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's my prediction for chapter 25, man. You guys let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen in chapter 25, what you think about Mad God versus the Parasite, what you think about Mad God versus Jachi potentially. And, you know, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. All right, like always, if you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more like it, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.